Welcome back everybody, I'm Vilisink. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in this video we're going to take a look at my new build for one of my favourite champions. For the last few days, along with CVC, I've been kind of working on fixing up this guy, mixing up his build, his stats, because I only really use him in a certain few areas at the moment. So without further ado, let's jump on in. One of my favourite champions. He has a crazy amount of utility, can take him anywhere. He can pretty much do, I would say anything, but that would be a lie, but he is really good, and that's Stag Knight. Everybody's favourite decrease defense, decrease attack champion. So I changed the build up. As you can see, he now has 2 perception sets and an accuracy set with jewelry, but first and foremost, as always, the aesthetics. We'll take a quick look. We know how he looks, but again, the design is just amazing. He's one of everybody's favourite champions. If not, then you're playing the wrong game. First, let's look at his stats. 20,970 HP. For an epic support, that's really good. That means you could also put him into a shield set, bump up his shield, so he can give everybody 30% of his max HP. And anything over 20,000 is really strong. It's a very strong base number for your HP percentage, potentially gloves, chest and boots to go off of, especially if they're 60%. So it's really nice. Almost 21k solid. Attacks kind of irrelevant. He's a defense based champion. Defense is 1046, so a nice base number. As I always say, anything over 1000 is again good for building up that defense. So if you have 60% defense, the 1000 as a base is a strong number. It could be slightly higher. It could be about 1250, 1300. But you kind of take what you get. It's still a really nice rounded number to the 20,000. Still gives you plenty of room to throw on defense and give this guy an unlimited amount of builds, depending on how much you want to mess around with him. Nonetheless, it is pretty solid. Speed, 107 speed. So not the slowest champion, not the quickest champion. It's actually really fast. Depending if you're in dungeons mainly with him, or in certain places like Spider, and you only need, for instance, 170, 180 speed. That's a really good start. It means you can potentially not give him any speed boots and go defense, or allow you to kind of mix up the build. It's really solid, 107. Crit rate, crit damage is just pretty much the same as you would expect other champions to be. Resist is a base of 30, which is quite good. And no base accuracy, which actually I don't mind, because I think having a little bit of resistance is actually quite nice. So quickly, before we look over total stats, I would like to show you the gear that I placed on him, if it loads up. So the weapon is quite poor in itself, but really nice for speed. Speed again, no accuracy, but I did like the 11% defense and 5% glyph on there. That's an old shield, bit of crit, bit of damage, HP, but accuracy. Crit rate gloves, no sorry, crit damage gloves, no crit rate though. Don't be too mad at me, but I like the accuracy, I like the speed, I like the resistance for how I've built him. I think that fits really well. I'm going to 60 in this. I give him a defense percentage chest, 20% crit rate, 13% HP, some crit damage, and boots with 25% crit rate, accuracy, HP, and defense. If we tap on this icon here, you should be able to see he has HP With some defense and HP percentage, I could swap it over. But I'm going to keep that on. Crit damage just for some damage. It gives me accuracy and resistance as well. Other two stats I was looking for. Mainly accuracy, as you would imagine. Accuracy banner with 26 speed and a pile of defense. So as you can tell, he's kind of built quite well, or I would like to think so. So let's see if we can look at the main stats. I'm not sure why the game is lagging so much. It's really kind of been annoying me the last few days. So overall, 44,500 HP, 1500 attack, which is not really important. 2.5k defense, quite nice, quite solid. Could be improved upon. But for what we're doing, it is kind of fine. 247 speed, I'm quite happy with the speed. He has bumped up quite a bit, 84% crit rate, which is really nice. Which means if I pair him with somebody that increases crit rate, I'll have that 100%, which is really nice also. 194 crit damage is just a bit of a bonus. 80 resistance and 383 accuracy, which I'm quite proud of as well. So, game, stop lagging. You're really getting on my last bloody nerve. There's 0 point for you being so laggy. And normally what I will do with this guy is obviously faction wars, but it's not open just now. You could go in the keeps, but that's kind of boring. Normally where I take this champion is I'll farm some kinda not really on a normal day, but I will do some ice golem. I haven't actually done ice golem in some time. I never even touched the previous ice golem tournament or event. I was doing Fire Knight, and I got some nice pieces. Although I need to potentially do some ice golem pretty soon. So Stag, or decrease defense, decrease attack champion. Missing nowhere as always. Monster for some support. Damage with Rotos and Roll Guard, and if Gorgorab is alive, everybody's alive, and that's why he's in there, because he's just so good. You can choose to put in Syl, Arb, or Lysandra even. I like having a revive, you never know. RNG may decide to kind of bite you in the butt, and you never know if you're going to die or not. So if you can take out one of, we're both stunned, it's quite nice. Now the Terror Beast at the front will give you issues. I've seen monster die because of the reflect damage they put up. So be warned, it is one of the major issues people have when farming Ice Golem at the boss. Nice and early. Can we get block revive on the ads? Not on the first hit, we never do. So we've got our debuffs up. Got decreased speed as well, which is nice. Slow them down. If we slow somebody else down, it effectively makes us quicker by default. So that's what our damage there. Do we have... oh, we have some luck. No, Rotos is frozen. That's fine. Stag Knight throwing up the debuffs yet again. Got resisted on one, which is slightly irritating. It's still relatively good time. Fated Destruction. One more takedown. A couple of smacks, and this golem will be dead. So there we go. Resisted on no debuffs. We got both up. Decrease attack and decrease defense. Roll a guard, lowering the HP. Can we get Rotos? Frozen again, which is quite strange. Doesn't normally get frozen too much. Now and again, but it appears to be happening more often. But nonetheless, the decreased defense has made this fight really quick. Without decreased defense, it would have taken us much longer. Without decreased attack, potentially we could have died, because the boss can absolutely smack. If the odds are alive when he hits you, it's an extra 100% damage. So it is not anything to be kind of thingy about. So Fire Knight's Castle is also where I like to use him, and we'll just show you this team here. I actually never really use him in Arena that much. I like to farm about a 20. Now let's see how we got on with this new. So we have Arbiter. Because if we die, it's quite nice. He takes everybody back. You could potentially have Gore Grab. This is the same thing. Decreased defense. We have some CC with Nethril, one of the best CCers in the game, in my opinion, and I feel like that opinion is quite correct. And Cold Hearts. Multi-hits, turn meter manipulation. Yes, you get better things from 21 plus, but not really the point. A lot of players are not there yet. You get Stag Knight. You may get Stag Knight quite early if you look at your pooling. He will be a carry for your team, helping you get through early stage dungeons, pretty much all the way up. Will help you in campaign. He will help you absolutely everywhere. Doom Tower, Arena, he's so good. So let's see if we can get past these people here, and also see how much damage can we get from Stag Knight. We're obviously going to get debuffs, so some nice damage here. A couple of 20k hits on the A1. I will take it. You froze my Cold Heart. You died from poison. Again, almost 220k hits. Quite decent. Second wave of Fire Knight. You will have liches to contend with. Take a couple of minutes to kill him. If you're unlucky, a bit longer. These have turn meter manipulation. So again, nice hits by Stag Knight. I'm liking the damage. I'm liking the fact we're getting the debuffs up. I'm liking the fact he's actually doing some pretty solid hits. This is pretty much where I use him. Dungeons is the only place I really use him. So I feel like if I showed you somewhere else, I would just be making a kind of spur of the moment team. And it's not really solidifying what we're trying to do, which is show you just how good he is at landing debuffs. His passive helps the whole team. If Nethril gets resisted on something, he will get the passive. That's a increased accuracy, 50%. So one more Heart Seeker quite soon would be nice. Throw up some poisons. We have decreased speed. We've got decreased attack, decreased defense. Again, War Master procs. Do some nice damage. I get some really nice damage. I'm really impressed with this Stag Knight build. I am so impressing myself, it's ridiculous. I'm just loving the fact he's doing a good bit of damage. His clan boss build he had before with lifesteal. The previous video from like way back had like 4k defense, 36,000 HP, 280 accuracy, but 190 speed. That kind of worked, but this build now, I'm absolutely loving it. But we could go into Dragon, we could go into Spider, but I feel like we're going to see the same thing. The same with the keeps, the same with Arena. I don't really use them in Arena. But for you guys, we're going to find a battle. I may lose, but I'm willing to take that loss. Just purely, some of them teams are extremely quick. Oh no, we don't need bots. They're 145, but still they have Ursica, Badel, and they have Ursala, which that could be a really good team. Speed boost into the stun, into decreased defense, into some damage. For low power, they're still a very good team. Ursaga Warcaller is no joke. And in Arena, because I run Rotos, I'm one of the few people that really likes to just manual it sometimes. Like, auto is good, but I need to progress my, what's it called? I need to progress my Dark Elhain, that's who I want to take in. Bad Elf did resist 1, but that's fine. I'm okay with it. We've got a couple of stuns. Can we take out this reviver here? Even, yes we can. So can we take out, or can we damage Ursaga? Yes we can. I believe from here we're good on auto. Stag Knight, strong affinity. This created monster purely there, pardon me, purely there just to stun him, mix him up. But you kind of get the drift. Stag Knight can go anywhere. He will throw up debuffs with some crit rate, some crit damage. He will do some nice damage on the enemies. You can take him anywhere. Spider Arena, like I said, is a very good utility based champion. I just tend to keep him more for dungeons or Doom Tower. I won't show you Doom Tower purely because we're not at 120 yet. We're just kind of working up our ways. We're like 80, 81. And I feel like that's not really going to show off just kind of how good he is. So Stag Knight, guys, one of my favourite champions. That is the new build for, well, I'll say 2021, but just, I mess around. I made him high damage. I didn't really like it. I need him to land debuffs. I need him to stay alive. He has to be fast so we can cycle that cooldowns even quicker. And we have to make sure, most importantly, he gets his job done. So guys, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, it means the world to me, guys. As always, stay safe, keep on reading, and until next time,